So here we are again with George, and so what I'm going to just do is just a little assessment with George. Now we've already done split squat super matrix, so this may not be very apparent. So George, can you do a squat for me, please? Just a normal squat like you would normally do. Okay, and then back up, so he's got good range there. And then again. So before we did the split squat, what he was struggling with, and he's struggling still a little bit on the right side, you can see that he shifts over to the left. So if you just do one more, he kind of shifts over to his left. All his force production, you can actually see through the ankle as well. His ankle kind of caves in a little bit, and he gets some valgus collapse. So the knee on the right, just once more, the knee on the right side, what it does is it falls inward. You can see it shaking inward there a little bit, and then on the way up, he's really driving through the left side. So, George, what I want you to do is make sure your feet are facing forwards, and I want you to grab onto the floor like you're trying to make your arches bigger, okay? Now we're going to squat again, and what we're going to do is you're going to try and pull your knees out like that as you go down, so you're never going to let them drop in. You're going to really recruit all your muscles, keep those knees going out, 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 keep them out, and now grabbing the floor with your feet, I want you to push your way up. Good. So a lot better that time. More recruitment on the side that's not recruiting, because he's now trying to engage his glutes, externally rotate his knees, and then he's really trying to push through the floor by grabbing the floor with his ankles. Now, George has a little bit of restriction through the ankles, so we're going to work on that. So George is going to pick up a 12 kg kettlebell. So this is the whole idea of this. So we just did a little assessment at the start. So he's going to hold it here. This is the first time George has done this, so we haven't done any practice runs or anything like that. So we'll see how we go. Okay, so I'm going to have to talk him through everything. So he goes down into a deep squat. So I've shown him what to do. And now what he's going to do is rest his elbows on his knees. Now, we have a little bit of restriction in the calf. So what I'm asking him to do now is lean into one side. So if he leans to his right, what he's trying to do is drive his right knee out over his big toe as much as he possibly can do. Holds that, and George should be feeling a stretch in the calf. George, you feel a stretch in your calf there? Good, so he'll hold that for a few seconds, and then he'll compare that to the left side. And by having the kettlebell, it keeps him counterbalanced, and also he's able to then get that deep stretch into the soleus and the Achilles and the calf. Any side tighter than the other side, George? Or are they both about the same?
The right side.
It's tighter, is it?
Yeah.
So that's the side that we're collapsing on. Now we've not done this before, so again, hold that for about 8 seconds. So we do 2 rounds of this, so 8 seconds on the right and 8 seconds on the left, then 8 seconds on the right and 8 seconds on the left. Then comes the hard part. So what is going to have to happen now is that George is now going to have to come into a half squat. So he's going to come into 90 degrees, and he's going to hold that position a little bit lower, and he's going to hold that for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then drops down and rests the elbows on the knees again. Now he's going to do his stretch again. So he's going to go into that right soleus, Achilles, triceps surae, where you've got your gastrocs, and all that's just the common name for all of them together, triceps surae. And then he's going to stretch on the left side, so you can really see that he's scouring around for that stretch. Now he's got to keep his heel on the ground. I want him to keep digging his feet into the ground, toes into the ground, so he's keeping that arch and he's not collapsing. So he does 2 rounds of this again, and then he's going to go into the squat, the semi-squat, and he's going to hold that semi-squat for 10 seconds. He does 3 of these, and then that's that one done. There, that's high enough. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 2 done. Now he's back into his stretching. Great exercise if you're struggling with mobility at the ankle. If you're feeling an impingement, so a pinching sensation at the front of the ankle, then we can start working maybe with some bands as well. So the real thing that we want to feel is a stretch on the back. If you're feeling an impingement at the front, then try and move the ankle around so that you're not actually feeling that pinch. Now you want to keep the foot facing forward, so don't turn that foot outwards, because that's a torque leak or a force production leak, so we don't want that. And then we're going to go into our last 10-second hold. That's high enough. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent stuff. How was that?
Oh.
Good man.